My crew's been there for me for a lot, dude. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah. I think for the most part, like we try to be there for each other. You know what I mean? And I think one reason I think our crew, and I'll say this, is that uh, is successful, and I'm not talking money or none of that shit. I'm talking successful longevity with like we keep pushing that envelope going and going. I think it's because we got great leadership, you know that, and we've always had like it's not one guy's a crew. Our crew, no fucking any crew. I think that has one guy saying I'm the fucking leader. The crew sucks. You know what I mean? Look at their turnaround rate. And I'm not picking on any crew particular. In particular, I'm just saying like you can't be I'm the leader of all this is me. I'm the me. And if you look at the crew like that, a good leader puts his crew before him. Not a fucking they're behind me and you ain't shit. I'm the fucking taking all that bullshit. Nah, it's not. It's not how it works, you know. And I think for the most part, we got good leadership. We got a, Eclipse. He's like the Don Mega. You know what I mean? And the dude's he puts a lot of people before himself. You know what I mean? And he doesn't. I don't think he really does it to expect things in return. He's a good-hearted human.
yeah, that's amazing. When did you get down with the crews that you're in?
I got an MSK.
Yeah, MSK, WR, all that.
I got an MSK like in 0405, but I've been hanging out with them for a long time, like late 90s. You know what I mean? Me and Brock were with with them in Orange Key. We were at a party one time. It was funny. It's a true story. And we were at a party, and it was like a bunch of old AWR like dudes. And we were like, these motherfuckers are bad. They're peas. Their style was just dope. You know what I mean? They were all there hanging out. It was a bunch of. It was a cool party. And Eclipse had pulled me and Brock to the side. He's like, yo, I really like. I dig you guys. You know what I mean? You guys are cool, but you're the only two guys in your crew that can hang out with our crew. You know? I was like, that's pretty sick. So we hung out, and that was it. The rest is history. We've had a good relationship with, everybody I've been involved with in the crew and stuff, and I love my family. You know what I mean? They're good people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Me as a bystander watching, I grew up. Had no access to the West Coast. I'm from the Northeast Coast, and I would just see whatever graffiti I could see in person there and online.
Yeah.
But West Coast, I never been to until years later. So I was, even though I couldn't make it, I would see shit online, specifically like Auger,
Yeah.
Auger MSK. There was like a video with Revoke. I think it was like Dark Knight Rises or something like that.
Oh, the billboard.
It was edited so well. The music,
Motherfuckers are bad, huh?
that shit was sick. And they I think it starts with they're just doing outlines, but big ones on this like elevated platform of something. Almost looks like a water tower type of thing, but I don't think it was a water tower. And then the music starts and it's like, bah, and they're using like some special can and it's going like super high up. They lay flat, and I was like, damn, yo, what is this? It was my first time seeing it or something, and I started looking into it more. Came across Saber, everybody. I went down the rabbit hole, and I was like, oh shit, like, in New York, there's like Iraq, Ecstasy, all those crews, and then out here, and they do a lot for New York graffiti as a culture, more than just like them as a crew. I think that like I look at it kind of like from one step back, and it's like it's not just like New York, it's not just like their crew getting up and them as people, but it's also like the whole graffiti scene and the whole like culture of downtown is being elevated to a different platform because of these individuals. And for that reason, and amongst other reasons, I respect what they're doing. I could probably say the same thing about MSKWR with Los Angeles graffiti, because all of my friends from the East Coast, they know a lot about LA graffiti, because to really know about what's good, you'd have to be from here, to really know. But then like it's these crews and these groups of people at the end of the day who's bringing it to like, yo, this is who we are. This is LA. This is we do these huge stompers. Like I thought of specifically because of the Saber piece on the riverbed, I was like, oh, so that's their thing, like ginormous, stompers and shit like that. Yeah. So come to find out, like, I don't know if that's why it is the way it is, but when I come out here, there's giant stompers. What do you know? Like, you don't see, you see rollers in New York like that, but not like that, and it's usually out of towners, to be honest with you.
Oh, they come out there and just
and they kill it with what they're doing. And when you see like an LA head come to New York, you know, because it kind of makes noise. Not everybody, but a lot of people come out there and they make noise right away. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for that, bringing who they are, who you guys are, and then it's awesome too to see it getting pushed to a different level with the art. You know, like last time I was here. I went to Zess's show. I didn't go to the opening, but I just went to go peep the paintings.
Oh, the art, yeah.
Exactly, yeah,
dope, huh?
Yeah. And I was like,
Good
yo,
shit.
this is ill because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like a graffiti writer made it to this level, and not even just labeling as a graffiti writer, but someone whose roots are within graffiti made it to this level. Not to get all crazy, but like usually people whose roots are from there don't make it to that level.
Yeah,
it's very, you know, very far and few. How many writers are there? How many make it to that level? And then how many can use that successfully without like cornifying themselves to really make a living off that shit? That shit to me is sick, you know? Like some people be like, oh, that's selling out. Like I don't really see it as that. I think it depends on like your approach to how you do it, you know? I think that the way it's done most of the time is pretty ill, I think.
Yeah. When you say like, that's another thing too. It's like, at what point, you know, how much damage you got to really do before you can make a career change for the better, and support yourself and for your family, whatever, with your art, and not be called a sellout. Like, what the fuck do you want to do? Be a fucking bum, and being able to just sit on the corner every day, every night, and do jack shit, not have to wake up for any responsibility, but just stay out there just bombing? Like, cool. I mean, if that's what you want, I'm not knocking it. That's dope. But you can't shit on the next guy for wanting a little more than that. You know what I mean? Just like you can't shit on the guy who wants less. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll give you an example. You know, in LA, or out here, I would hear, like, growing up, hey, we're fucking throw ups go over tags and pieces go over throw ups and all that bullshit. I think that's bullshit. You know that? Because who's to say, like, I'll give you an example. My boy Brock77 is fucking scribing king monster tagger. That's all he wants. He doesn't want none of that nothing. Throw ups, pieces, but like nothing. He don't like that. So if he does a tag, is it cool that a dude that wants to do more, like bubbles, and go over his shit wherever they see it and be like, oh, he's just a tagger? Nah, I think that's bullshit. Then not only that, Brock will sock you up. You know what I mean? Fucking meat skull. That's what we call him. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think, you know. And then if a guy that just does straight letters, like you're a guy who just does burners, like, is it cool you just go over that dude because that's all he wants to know? I think that's bullshit. I think, but you know, you have to pick and choose your battles. Like, you go and you see some chicken scratch, like, you really know, like, homeless guy did that or something, and, you know, you got to decide if you're going to make that move and piss someone off and get lumped up for that, or hey, it looks cool, you know what I mean? So that was my take on that, you know what I mean? As far as people like, oh, sell out this, sell out that. I mean, you gotta.
I feel like you gotta move to the next level in anything you do. At the end of the day,
yeah,
and like you gotta, you know, moving to the like evolution and also survival.